on TMZ.
Well, this is really puzzling. Drake is finally, it seems, waving a white flag down under where he pulled the plug right in the middle of his tour.
What's the ulterior motive? It's not because he's not popular.
I think it's a mental health thing.
I spoke to their people. They just were like, each city's too far away and we don't want to lug all this stuff. It just sounded to me like they're lazy. Just don't want to
Super sad news. Actress Michelle Trachtenberg has passed away. We have confirmed she underwent a liver transplant recently and apparently was having some complications.
She'd been working since she was a kid. She was a talented actress.
She really was.
Only 39 years old. That's very young.
That's super sad.
Travis Kelce is down after a Super Bowl loss, and the soundtrack to his recovery is
Taylor's music. She has something for everything.
Yeah.
The notion that he actually likes her music is a farce. No guy listens to Taylor Swift.
That's not true.
Courtney, you're a first date with somebody. He pulls up in his car and he is blasting Taylor Swift.
I would not be into that.
Lakers superstar Luka Dončić played the Mavs for the first time since the blockbuster trade, and Luka went off.
And also, he paid for every fan's parking.
It was in partnership with the Jordan brand, so he didn't pay for it.
Oh, I think he paid for
The sign said, "Thank Luka for your parking."
Wait, hold on. There's a Jordan brand logo on the sign? I bet you Jordan paid for it.
TMZ Sports, I said that 10 minutes ago.
Shocking news as beloved actress Michelle Trachtenberg, known for her roles in Harriet the Spy and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has died at age 39.
We have confirmed with police sources that they responded to her house around 8 a.m. this morning in New York, and she was unresponsive. She underwent a liver transplant recently and apparently was having some complications. And she was out just as recent as Thursday with some friends at dinner in New York.
Wow.
That's super sad.
If she needed a liver transplant in her late 30s, there's clearly a health issue going on.
Yes, and after posting some photos recently, fans were concerned about how thin and gaunt Michelle looked. And Rosie O'Donnell, who co-starred with Michelle in the 90s, just released a statement saying,
"I loved her very much. She struggled the last few years. I wish I could have helped."
She was a talented actress. She'd been working since she was a kid.
Her big break came at just 10 years old when she played Harriet the Spy, followed by Buffy's younger sister Dawn Summers on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Georgina Sparks on Gossip Girl. Plus, if you were a teen boy during the early 2000s, you definitely loved her in
Eurotrip. All-time movie.
Eurotrip is the best movie, dude.
Apparently, full-grown men in law school were also fans. And no one will ever forget.
She had the most beautiful eyes in Hollywood.
So R.I.P. Michelle, we'll miss you.
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Do you listen to sad music when you're depressed, or do you listen to happy music?
Jason, the only way you can find yourself in the light is to find yourself in the dark first.
Travis Kelce is down bad still after a Super Bowl loss to Philadelphia Eagles. And the soundtrack to his recovery is...
I just listen to Taylor's music. She has something for everything.
That's fair. That's a good point.
It's gonna be a long recovery.
He is wrapped up. Oh my God.
He doesn't listen to her music when he's
Yes,
feeling
he
down.
does.
No,
Yes, he does.
There's not a single guy who listens to Taylor Swift when he's feeling down. There's not a single guy.
If you're dating her, you might.
Guys definitely listen to Taylor Swift. They might not admit
No,
it.
we
but they do.
don't. Courtney, you're a first date with somebody.
I don't want to do
He
this.
pulls up in his car and he is blasting Taylor Swift. You're sending him on his way.
I would not be into that.
See? Can't send him on his way. He's your designated driver.
That's Drake leaving a club at 4 a.m. in Brisbane before ditching town and postponing the remainder of his Australian and New Zealand tour gigs due to a scheduling conflict. Guess his Google Calendar was out of sync or something?
According to a rep, Drake shows are just so massive and the sets are so huge that it's difficult to get all that equipment from one spot to the next.
That's called being on tour.
It is one of the basic requirements, yeah. So, are we buying it?
Not buying it. What's the ulterior motive? It's not because he's not popular.
He's been selling out the shows.
Yeah, the Aussies have been going crazy for Drake, so there's gotta be another reason, which means it's time for TMZ Speculates.
Maybe Drake's sick of Australia.
There was a point last year or maybe the year before where Drake said something about having stomach issues.
It just sounded to me like they're lazy.
Stop it! Australians are not known for being lazy. They're known for being the offspring of criminals. Either way, the shows will be rescheduled, but it's not exactly a great look for Drake.
He finally had something going well for him, right? He had sold-out shows in Australia. Nobody was down there was giving him any about Kendrick. And then he just leaves. And now he's pissed, the one place in the world where they still loved him.
So we hope your scheduling conflicts work out, Drake. And sorry you didn't get your shows, Australians. At least you still have the wiggles. G'day, mates!
Mr. Baldwin.
We have Alec Baldwin for the first time since his infamous incident with the impersonator. We got him outside his hotel entering. And the interesting thing is he's carrying all of his kids' iPads, and this confirms he has a lot of kids because he's carrying about 6 iPads.
It's the most important thing to bring.
It really is.
Otherwise, he'd be snapping necks, dude.
All their kids are under like 7 or something.
No, older. So like, let's say like 11.
The oldest is like 10.
The oldest is like 9.
This is kind of nice because he's only got 5 iPads. That means his 3- and 2-year-old don't have iPads, which I say good job on that.
All the parents harping on about screen time. The world is screen.
But that's why you should stop and not feed him an iPad.
We're all addicted to our phones. We're all addicted to screens.
I know, it is a problem. You're using the word addicted. It's a problem. We shouldn't be.
I know, but you think our kids are going to be any different?
No, but you want the young brain to form.
When's the last time you read to your kid?
We do that too.
Do you? Do you do it?
No, Aaron does it.
But to be fair, Aaron's the only one who can read.
Good evening and welcome to Hey God! Any word from the governor? And in the case of the Menendez brothers, there is.
I just notified the LA DA that I directed the Board of Parole hearings to do what we call a risk assessment investigation.
This is on the heels of the LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman came out and opposed their habeas petition where he said they shouldn't get a new trial.
But a possible resentencing is still on the table. The governor's move could speed things up with kind of their own version of a parole hearing.
The question for the board is a rather simple one. Do Eric and Lyle Menendez, do they pose a current, what we call unreasonable risk to public safety?
Essentially, you guys gonna kill anyone else? No? You promise? Good. So, the question...
Why would you speed up the process if you just want to say, nope, I'm not letting you out?
What do you think he wants? He wants cover. He wants to let him go, but he wants cover.
Everyone thinks that Gavin Newsom is going to run for president. If he's going to let them out, I'm sure there's a reasoning.
Gen Z has been like very vocal about supporting the Menendez brothers getting out.
There's no guarantee of outcome here. This process simply provides more transparency before I make any determination for clemency.
I think most people would be more keen to see Joe Exotic out of bars.
Justice for Joe.
Justice for Joe?
Yes! He didn't kill anybody!
He tried. He hired somebody to kill. He just failed. But you guys are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. No, they can't get out, but yes, let Joe Exotic out?
Are you a stand for Carol Baskin?
Okay, not sure what just happened, but there it is. Anyway, this is a good sign for you fellas, but guess we'll see.
Kanye West wants nothing to do with the Bhad Bhabie Alabama Barker beef.
Didn't she use his song?
Bhad Bhabie used Carnival for her diss track at Alabama.
Damn, Alabama, you a tramp, Alabama.
So people obviously thought, oh, this was Kanye, you know, taking a stance in this whole beef that's going on. So he posted a video saying,
I just talked to Travis Barker. I would never be in the middle. I don't even know what's going on.
Essentially what it comes down to, he says, is that he's had so many issues with clearing samples himself.
If anybody asks me for something, I always clear, but I'm not cool with being put in the middle of all of this at all.
It is interesting that he reached out to Travis, though.
To me, I think what happened was Travis reached out to him.
Definitely.
That's what I think happened here.
You think Travis called him to yell at him, why'd you clear this?
I think he was like, hey, why are you being involved in a diss track against my daughter?
And he's like, you Jewish, man?
I don't know if he said that.
Anyway, good talk, Travis. Heil Hitler.
I didn't do it.
Coming up.
Fans are convinced that Anna Kendrick is Team Justin Baldoni in the Blake-Justin drama.
She hasn't said anything about the battle.
It's just vibes. We're running on vibes at this point.
This kind of thing is so stupid. We are off on a lark here.
We're riding on vibes here, man.
We're in the court of vibes.
Plus,
Lakers superstar Luka Dončić played the Mavs for the first time since the blockbuster trade.
And also, he paid for every fan's parking. The sign said, "Thank Luka for your parking," and then it said, "Honk if you love Slovenia."
Everybody's like, what's a Slovenia?
coming up.
Bebe Rexha out in Dubai in this blue one-piece bikini.
Do girls pull it up so for tanning purposes?
No, to show her butt.
Be right back.
We all have huge respect for directors. It's one of the most exhilarating and exhausting jobs in the world.
That's Anna Kendrick sending the world a message. I'm Team Justin Baldoni! Maybe! Kinda depends how you look at it, frankly.
So Anna Kendrick is co-starring with Blake Lively in a sequel to their movie, A Simple Favor. There's been a ton of rumors that these two girls don't like each other. They've kind of like denied it, but there's still like a little bit of smoke. So just about a week ago, the BAFTA Awards were held, and Anna Kendrick was presenting the award for Best Director. So her little speech presenting this award was all about Hollywood respecting directors.
It's juggling a million decisions, answering endless questions, and somehow still making sure that the story shines through.
A lot of people think this is her signing off on Team Justin. The whole thing between Blake and Justin was that Justin was the director. He felt like Blake Lively came in and
tried to take it over.
Which could explain why Blake and Anna aren't doing any press for their Simple Favor sequel. But to be fair to Anna Kendrick,
she's never actually said anything about the battle.
There hasn't been any actual evidence that these two don't like each other.
It's just vibes. We're running on vibes at this point.
It's just riding on vibes.
And the vibes are not there. The vibes are off.
This kind of thing is so stupid. We are off on a lark here.
Hey, Jason, we're riding on vibes here, man, okay? All
We're
right?
running on vibes.
We're riding on vibes.
We're going on vibes.
We're running on vibes.
TMZ. Apparently, we're running on vibes. Thanks, Anna Kendrick.
Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater making several public appearances in the run-up to the Oscars. So they were seen out at one pre-Oscars party, looking good. Everyone's thinking, are these guys going to run the course? Are they going to stay the course? Or are they going to evaporate when the movie does?
Got to get through Wicked 2.
Oh, Wicked 2, true. I forgot about Wicked 2.
They're finally having their big coming out.
Yes.
Right, because they were laying low for a while because they did of all the buzz from his ex. And
I still don't like him as a couple.
Why?
Because you don't get to leave your wife and newborn baby for Ariana Grande.
That's your line? Newborn baby?
No, I'd leave the wife.
You can leave your wife, but the newborn is where you're nope.
He's like, you got to stick around till toddler at least. Then you can bounce.
And now, Lakers star Luka Dončić gets revenge against the team that traded him.
Throughout this game as Dončić rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
So for the first time since the blockbuster trade, the Mavs and the Lakers played.
Yes, Luka's former team came to Los Angeles, and not only did the Lakers win, but the Slovenian did not disappoint.
19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, triple-double. He was clearly fired up. There's a point in the first quarter, he hits a deep three, and then immediately turns around and stares down the Mavs bench.
Throughout this game as Dončić rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
Probably staring down the guy who traded him, Mavs GM Nico Harrison.
If you show that you're pissed at the Mavs bench, then don't the Lakers go wait, why are you pissed? Do you not want to be here?
If you get dumped by your ex and you date somebody new, you stare at your ex look what you lost.
Yeah, Luka's you could still have this, but I'm with LeBron now. He was even doing that post-breakup workout.
During the warm-ups, he was doing push-ups.
And he's treating his new franchise well because Luka paid for the fans' parking.
It was in partnership with the Jordan brand, so he didn't pay for it.
Either way, the fans and Luka are happy.
There's a Jordan brand logo on the sign. I bet you Jordan paid for it.
TMZ Sports, I said that 10 minutes ago.
Unfortunately, we can't trade him. He's under contract. Congrats on the revenge, Luka!
Throughout this game as Dončić rips another one.
Bebe Rexha out and about in Dubai, posting herself on Instagram in this blue one-piece bikini.
That is indeed a one-piece.
Do girls pull it up so for tanning purposes?
No, to show her butt.
So that it gets tanned evenly, right?
Yeah, but it's for the photo in this case.
Are you nervous to wear that in Dubai, though? Aren't they pretty strict?
There is kind of like a modesty thing that you pick up when you're there, and you do feel a little uncomfortable if you're like in a bikini. Even like in a one piece, you feel a little like you want to be covered.
She's out on a boat.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like she's on a building.
Rooftop pool at the Western hotels, yeah.
When you're at the hotels, you're clear, right?
At a hotel, yeah, you should be clear.
Well, you want to be at the hotel in Dubai because that's the only place that serves alcohol.
You can't drink in Dubai?
You can drink in the hotels.
You're like ChatGPT for alcohol.
Coming up.
Kyle Richards is talking about her estranged husband, Mauricio, once again.
He's having fun.
Neither of them are saying the word divorce, so she's in limbo. They're both in limbo.
He's not in limbo.
He's not in limbo.
He's not in limbo, he's in lambada.
Nearly 2 years after Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky's legal separation, after they've both spent time with someone else, and everyone else, Kyle says,
I'm starting to feel like I need to really move on.
You think? What took you so long?
She's scared to move on, date someone else, because what if I do? And then he's like, all of a sudden, I wish that like we could get back together.
Wow.
Yes, Real Housewives cameras are rolling when Kyle drops this doozy on her therapist.
And then what if he's like, okay, I went and showed my wild to whatever that is, that expression is, and you know,
I don't want to come back.
Yeah.
He's given every indication he's fine and he's moving on.
Yes.
But here she is on television admitting she still wants him back and she can't move on. That's really sad for her.
Well, maybe TV ratings are her love language. But of course the end of a marriage is sad, which is why Kyle's tearing up when she says Mauricio once told her,
I was scared I couldn't be on my own, but I can't.
But what I understand is she's really eligible, she's really beautiful, she can't find someone.
She loves him. Why can't she go date other people, and then if he comes back and she can choose who do I want to be with, and then that's great.
Because it sounds like she's a relationship person.
hey, Mauricio's a relationship person too. He's in a new one every day.
It would be a lot harder if he strung her along like he liked her.
But he hasn't said, let's get a divorce. She's in limbo. They're both in limbo.
He's not in limbo, he's in lambada.
He's having fun.
And you deserve to have some fun too.
Coming up.
It is Fashion Week in Milan. Amelia Hamlin wearing a Cher-inspired outfit.
And they made her walk in a see-through dress?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they didn't hold a gun to her.
Yeah. It is Fashion Week in Milan, and D Squared did their 30th anniversary show. And you have Amelia Hamlin wearing a Cher-inspired outfit.
And they made her walk in a see-through dress?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they didn't hold a gun to her.
Well, it's known. Like, remember when Kendall Jenner did her first runway debut? They put her in like a see-through sheer top. They do this because this gets headlines.
They're not being forced to do this.
But to keep up with edginess, they have to do it.
You can't do that with Amelia Hamlin. She doesn't have to do anything she doesn't
It's
want
so hard to be like a no-name model and like become as big as like Candace Swainpole or like Heidi Klum. Like those don't exist anymore.
So like up-and-coming models don't go to Fashion Week anymore, right?
There's like 20 girls in like one runway. Like they're filled with other people who aren't Nepo babies.
Like you're not doing like Gucci and Versace your first time going. You're doing like the random designers.
Like a minor leagues? Like, do you guys like...
Devin, Charlie was in the minor leagues. You were in print, right?
Yeah, print models is like commercial modeling.
But she never got the call up from Sears, yeah.
She worked at Sears.
No, I did not.
You didn't work at Sears?
No! Mervyn's.
Oh, you're flexing on Mervyn's?
She was so offended. I did not work at Sears.